Welcome friends to this wonderful manifestation video. Please grab a paper and a pen. You can always pause the video, get out really quickly and then come back. And then finding an upright posture. I'm taking a seat on my couch today and I have even a little pillow behind me to make sure I'm very, very comfortable. Please do the same. All right, and then let's begin. Closing the eyes. Finding an upright posture so that the spine can extend into both directions. Tailbone and sit bones reach down. And the crown of the head begins to rise up towards the ceiling. And from here now begin to deepen your breath, not only into the front body and into the belly, but also into the rib cage and into the waistline, and also into the back body. So whatever you're sitting on, feel how the back of the lungs begin to push against that surface. And as you exhale, everything draws back to the center. Wonderful. So it's really this beautiful 360 breath. Bringing more oxygen into our body. Allowing that calmness to enter our mind, enter our body. And setting that intention of really focusing for the next couple of minutes to turn back into our internal world. The outer world gets so noisy sometimes. And we don't have that luxury, or actually we do, but most of the time we fill it with looking at our phones and social media, to really take little breaks during the day where we can literally Google our own brain. That's what we did before we had our smartphones and the internet, right? If we needed to find an answer, what would we do? We ask ourselves. We sat in stillness and eventually the answer would come, or we would, ask our parents or friends or teachers. Remember that time? I do. Good. So as we return back to that stillness, observe that busy mind of yours. Where is your mind? What are you thinking about right now? And in a very, very loving way now, invite your mind, your awareness, your attention back into this present moment. Beautiful. Good. And now that we created this beautiful stillness, right, that connection, let's really begin with a little gratitude prayer. Saying a gratitude prayer of what you're grateful in your life. And sometimes if this is the first time especially that you've done or you're doing a gratitude prayer, it's very hard, right? You're like, oh my God, what am I grateful for? Well, I'll give you some examples. Today, I'm grateful for the sunshine. I'm grateful for the opportunity to create a day exactly the way that I like to create my day. To snuggle with my daughter, to walk in the garden, to teach, to meditate, and to read my book. I'm also grateful that I have food and that we are safe. And I'm grateful for you to be here with me doing this meditation, because it really shows me that you wanted to change, or you like to change something in your life. And I always get asked, Vaza, how do you manifest all these wonderful things that you have in your life? Well, first of all, you have to sit down, carve out the time, creating some stillness, and then asking yourself, how do I want to live my life? And then sometimes nothing happens. It's just stillness. And then you ask again, and you sit in stillness, and you begin to listen. Who do I see in my life? What people make my heart so full? And what makes me happy? And then eventually the answers will come. But the same way as we're strengthening our body in different asanas during our yoga practice, we also strengthen the mind. The stronger The body, the stronger the mind. And then paying attention to these little breaks that you can create during your day or in your day, to sit down in stillness and to ask the questions that you have. I do not always have the answers. A lot of times I have to sit down and really ask the question, be patient, and then wait. And it almost happens I'm becoming aware of my own thoughts, and then I'm watching my own thoughts forming in front of my third eye. And then either pictures pop into my head or there's one word. And sometimes it's also feeling. So I'm asking a question and then should I do A or should I do B? And then I really tune in what feeling feels better. And when it resonates, especially in my mind, in my heart, and in my belly, I know the answers too. Because for me, the mind can be manipulated. But the heart and the gut, right, they cannot really lie. So making sure that you align these beautiful 3 points and be patient. Really be patient. All right. Good. Coming back to the breath awareness. Now I'm just going to start to ask you some questions and then be really patient. Sometimes the answer comes right away and sometimes not, and that's totally fine, especially if this is the first time sitting down and you ever meditating, right? It takes time. Please be gentle to yourself. All right, my friends. The first question I like to ask is, what makes you happy? Is it when you move your body? Is it when you study something? Or when you talk to a specific person? Is it when you paint or when you create? And in taking a moment of really feeling that feeling of what you have when you do that. Painting a picture, or reading a book, or talking to your favorite person, practicing yoga or working out. And then please stay in this beautiful feeling, that happiness, that connection, that feeling of completely feeling alive. And from here, the second question is, how do you see yourself living the rest of your life? And from here, please don't tap into that trap of the job that you have that you might feel unhappy, or the relationship, or the place that you live, because you have the power of changing that. And the first change is you become aware of. You become aware of what you like to change, to then create the rest of your life. And maybe that thought is quite scary because you're mid-30s or beginning of 20s. Wow, rest of your life, that seems a lot. How about then from here, shortening it into the next year? How do you want to live the next year? Right now we are living in so much fear of not knowing how the world is continue as it is right now with the COVID, Black Lives Matters, so much going on out there in the world. But what can you do in this present moment to create the life that you desire? Good. As we're spending a lot of time at home, there's so many possibilities to educate ourselves, or to reach out to the people that we wanted to call into our lives. What do you have to do? What is the next step to begin this new journey of yours? Looking at the apartments. Speaking to different people about a new job opportunity. And yes, it is scary, especially if you just lost your job, right? Nowadays, we identify ourselves with the profession that we have, but that's not who we really are. Life is all about what our true essence desires. And what do you desire? And then feel that bubbling in your body, right? For me, it's almost like little butterflies in my belly when I get excited about something, to create something new. And the first step is literally like just taking the first step. I'm not always know exactly the goal or the end or how the end is gonna look like, right? But I'm taking the first step to that desired goal. And when you see these beautiful pictures or you see a word, then play with it. What colors do you see? Who is there? How does it feel? How does it sound? Is there any smell? And almost like watching a movie on TV, can you watch your own movie in front of your inner eye right now? I'm getting really excited to see the future you. Because the same way that we created something in the past, right? We've done it before, we can now also create in the future. And if you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, please do so. Have fun, play as much and as long with it as you like. Otherwise, catch all these beautiful pictures and memories now, and pictures and feelings, smells and sounds, and bring them back into the now. And keeping in mind that you already created it. You already created in your mind, in your inner world. So now from here, you can now create it in your external world. The more you visualize it, the more you talk about it, the more you write about it, the faster it manifests. I promise you, I'm quite the manifester now, but it definitely always took the practice. And sometimes, doubt is coming up and fear is coming up. But instead of allowing that doubt and the fear to paralyze you, can you be brave and step into the unknown so that you can really create the life that you desire and not chasing someone else's dream or goals. Remember, everything that we are seeing in the external world, cars, planes, houses, devices, everything, all these items started in someone's head, in someone's mind. And now we don't even think about it, using them, but it's pretty spectacular. So what would you like to create? Taking another inhale. Open and exhale. Floating your hands together in front of your heart space, bowing your chin to your own heart, and sending now a gratitude to yourself for showing up, for doing this incredible manifestation meditation. Coming back here and using these tools whenever you like. And again, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Thank you for trusting me. Namaste. Allow the eyes to flutter back open. Welcome back. And then grab your piece of paper and your pen and start to scribble. So for me, some days I'm like just writing it out, and sometimes it's more like a picture with words, or I just write down the feelings. And it's quite interesting actually what comes out. And then keep those notes and always look at the notes to see what already manifested, right? As human beings, myself included, guilty of it too, it's always like one goal after the other, one goal after the other. But then looking back and you're like, wow, I actually created that, right? It's so important to look back. I remember when I couldn't even speak English and I quit everything here in Germany and I was like, I'm gonna go to America and I'm gonna be a yoga teacher, and everybody was like, yeah, you're gonna be crazy, you know, you're never gonna make it, blah, blah, blah. And what if I would have listened to all these voices, internal voices and external voices? I might not be here right now, right? Talking to you. And I'm very, very excited that I can share this wonderful tool that I found along my journey with you now. So please let me know how you like it. And if you also have any questions about the manifestation, or if you have any questions like, oh, if I ask myself a question, there's no answer coming. Sometimes I'm sitting 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row in meditation and the answer is not coming because I might not be quite ready yet to hear the answer, right? Or I really might not be focused. So be patient, and sometimes also something completely different pops into your head and you're like, wow, I didn't even look at this angle of the situation, right? So enjoy. Let me know how it goes. I love you and have fun. Mwah.